Well, it's that time of year again. Where am I? Plymouth. And where am I going? South, basically. Back down to France, and then Spain, and then Portugal. So, yeah, let's get on. Let's go and do it, shall we? Thanks a minute. Well, good morning from, well, what's the beginning of my trip, really. Although I've travelled for a couple of hours down to a place called Loch Tudi in Brittany. That's a place that we know very, very well. And in fact, we were here, oh, I don't know, it's about a year ago now. It's got a lovely beach behind. Unfortunately, the weather today, the kick-off of this trip actually was a wet start. So the ferry crossing last night, let's just go back a little bit in time and just recap on what's taking place here. So I boarded the ferry last night in Plymouth to the Roscoff, to Plymouth to Roscoff ferry. We departed there at 8 o'clock. I managed to travel up from Coverack in the dry, despite the fact there was a lot of rain about. To actually get up there in the dry, and the ferry crossing was actually quite rough. I had to end up putting a pillow behind my back to stop me from rolling out of the bunk, which is quite amusing. Yeah, that was quite cool, quite good. But I slept well. I slept really well. In fact, I slept so well I didn't have breakfast this morning. I meant to get up and get breakfast, but I just slept right through, so breakfast didn't happen. So yes, so then got off the ferry. The ferry was very quiet, I have to say. There's very few people on the ferry, very few people, which was quite nice. And so then I made my way off the ferry, the usual malarkey with very, very delayed customs. You know, I don't know, they just check and check and check and check. And so it takes ages to get off the ferry, but I got off it finally. And then, unfortunately, the rains came, and it's rained nearly all the way to here. It's absolutely stunningly beautiful here. I mean, it's like Cornwall, but with no people. I mean, just a handful of people here normally, just a handful. So I've got a day in this area really, because I've got an Airbnb tonight, but I can't check in that till 6 o'clock, 1800 hours, so which is quite late. You know, normally you check in 2, 3, 4 o'clock the latest. So it's quite a late one. Strangely, it's a check out at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, which is pretty rubbish really, because I should be on the road by about 7:30, because I've got a long way to go. So I'm actually in this area for 2 days. I thought it'd be nice and sit on the beach, but maybe the beach weather's not. I mean, it's May. It's the 15th of May. You'd think that the beach would be getting beach weather, but it's not. It's quite nippy actually. But no matter. I've got some lunch in the bag, and I've still got some tea. So I'm going to do that now, and then we'll see what we do later on. We'll have a little look round here. The rain is coming all the time. There's a really nice little church next door to us here. Let's have a quick look at that. Just a minute. See what's what. It's quite pleasant actually. So it's not raining now, so it's supposed to stop this afternoon. But yeah, it's a lovely old church building. I'm going to go and look in here a minute and see what's what. Looks beautiful. Yeah, it looks really lovely. As I say, it's a nice sunny day now. so it's kind of quite nice. It's quite a nice churchyard. This is the village I'm staying. This is a place called St. Joseph, and I suppose this is a church of St. Joseph. Maybe, maybe not. And Pumerit on the C4. This is where I thought I was going. It's actually over there. So yeah. So I wasn't quite where I thought I was. But hey, no matter. So literally came in from over there, down the road here, and this place is on the left hand side. They're having some work done to it today, by looks things. So yeah, you can see the chapel over there now, looks beautiful. Yeah, and this is the place I'm approaching now on the left hand side. Looks really lovely, really lovely, and it is lovely. It's a really nice little place. I'm well happy with it. I'm well happy with it. So I'm just doing a little test on this 360 mix. I'm not quite with it really, but we'll give it a go and see how we get on. I'm back here now, so we'll see if it's recorded anything. Well, it's a quick update really. Blue sky. Yeah, it's been raining all morning, but now it's blue sky. I'm so pleased. So pleased I took the bike out and didn't go very far. I went take 10k just to really get the provisions, because after tomorrow I'm I think without cooking facilities as such, although I said it was like Cornwall, didn't I? Here comes a tractor. Yeah, probably just without cooking facilities. Although I think there is some kind of, yeah, token stuff. But it's mainly supposed to be a bed and breakfast, which is great. And it has a swimming pool, which, if the weather's like what's behind me currently, I'm not going to show you the other way, because the other way is black as night. But yeah, it's got a swimming pool. So we've got a 5-hour ride tomorrow on the bike, which, yeah, I think I'm going to use the toll roads, the autoroute probably, just to get me down there. If it was really lovely weather, I'd go N roads, but the weather is not great forecast, so I think I just want to get down south as quickly as possible. And I just want to have a little plug here for TomTom Ride, which I'm using. I think the one concern I had when I sold my Indian was that I won't have sat nav on it. So I very quickly bought a TomTom Ride, which is fitted beautifully on the bike and is in a position between the two front, between the handlebars, basically, in the centre. So it's actually like a real heads-up sort of display. It's brilliant. I can see it really well. And I'm finding it really, really good, because I've put the address in for tomorrow, and it's actually taking me right to the door. There's a builder working on the roof behind me. Sorry about that noise. He's not been noisy. He's been fine. Nice chap. So, yeah, whereas previously I had Ride Command, and Ride Command was okay up until about the last sort of 5-6k, and then it would just kind of get lost, and it wasn't very keen to take the instructions I was putting into it. So I struggled with it, to be honest with you. I didn't like it, to be honest with you. But TomTom Ride, and I know people say a lot about TomTom, but I'm actually finding it really good. And I know also that you can get a heads-up display for your bike, which you can put Waze in or Google Maps, or you can of course use your phone. The problem with using your phone is that you're not always got a signal, or somebody might call you, or your battery drops out, or there's a million things that can go wrong with using the phone. So I opted for TomTom Ride, and I have to say I'm extremely happy with it. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you tomorrow when I get there. If it gets me right to the doorstep, I'll be singing its praises again. So, yeah, so today just went out and did a shop. I've sat around most of the day. It's just not the weather for it. But, hey, let's not dish Brittany. It's superb. So bloody quiet. It's just... It reminds me of Cornwall back in the 70s. quaint villages, local people, no big influx of tourism at this time of the year. And apparently, speaking to the owner here, all the houses in this village are owned by French people. So there's no big house buying going on, They've all got the little sheets going. Well, not all of them, but, they've got earn a living like we have. So yeah, I don't have any regrets for coming to Brittany for a couple of days and kind of going slow. Because literally, by now, I would have been down by the Pyrenees on previous trips or in the Alps or something and legged it down. But I thought this year, let's just go a little steady. Let's not rush. I mean, I don't normally rush, but a night here, a night there, just keeps you going, keeps you on the road every day. And I just thought, you know what, this year, I'm a little bit older. Let's just slow it down a little bit. Let's take a couple of days here. And that's sort of my max, really, is 2 days. 2 days is a max. But that's nice because, you arrive, you can chill out, unwind, get yourself a shower and all the rest of it. And then you don't have to get on the bike first thing the following morning and head right back out again, which is what I normally do. You've got a day to explore the area if you want to, just all chill out, which is what I've done today. It's supposed to be a holiday, for goodness sake. It's not a race. And there is an end, but the fun is about the journey, not the speed or in fact the end. I just want to see a little bit more this time. I want to experience a bit more, wind down a little bit more, I think. Well, it's not great, is it? It's not great at all. It's just about rained all the way. What's going on with the weather? Come on, France. It's supposed to be bloody sunny. It's just rubbish. There's a massive thunderstorm coming my way. And I think I'm going to get very, very wet. Even more wet than I've been already. So, yeah. I've got about 100k to go. 60 odd mile. But as I say, I've got a big thunderstorm. I've already ridden through floods. And now there's a big thunderstorm coming. So, that's me left this morning. Brittany. I've been riding all day, really. Most of the way was on the E road, which is a kind of a dual carriageway, which is free, but I'm now on the kind of Route du Soleil southern motorway, which is a péage. So I'm paying for this one. Yeah. So the next bit of video, if I make it through the thunderstorm, I mean, come on, give me a break here. What's going on? I normally come down and it's roasting, and it's just, I've even had the heated grips on. Yeah, I've had the heated grips on today. So I'm just about to put a chin thing back on the helmet because that'll help keep the rain out. Yeah, okay, next bit of video hopefully will be arriving at my Airbnb. So yeah, let's hope so. See you there. Well, I had to add a little bit of this video because that's probably the worst fucking riding I've ever done. Sorry, the French. That's the worst riding I've ever done. I've ridden for an hour and a half now through a constant thunderstorm, and as a consequence of that, my boots are actually full of water. They're completely full of water. And I've still got another 40k to go. It's still bloody raining. Atrocious weather here. I don't know how I'm going to get my boots dry. They've actually got water inside them. They're squelching as I walk. So I'm going to continue on. A nightmare, absolute nightmare. Right, well, I've made it. What an awful journey that was. I got so wet. And as you can see, storm clouds are still behind me. I mean, they really are storm clouds. But I'm at a place called Migri. It's kind of on a line with La Rochelle. And I'm staying in a beautiful place. It's a bed and breakfast this time, so I'm no cooking of an evening. which is a bit different for me. But yeah, look at those clouds. They look really monstrous, don't they? But behind me, if the sun does come out, it's the most beautiful swimming pool. And I'm kind of hoping that does. It's 20 degrees apparently, so probably go in there. And if it rains, you know what I'm like. I'm a sucker for going in the water. But yeah, no, lovely. It's a really nice place. There's a lady here looking after me. Oh, here comes the rain now, so I'm going to hurriedly go back inside, and I'll do a bit more videoing from inside, and then hopefully tomorrow it'll be drier and I can then do some more video of this beautiful area, because it is a beautiful area. So yeah, from me in very rainy, I'm not even sure what the department is actually. Anyway, it's near La Rochelle, inland from La Rochelle, above Bordeaux. So yeah, let's spin this round as I walk back, and you can see the extent of the building, because it really is a super place. So I'm back for a minute before I go out, but I want to show you this beautiful garden, and particularly I want to show you, well, I mean, look, it's you know, it's a whole different, just the same everywhere, isn't it? It's a whole different thing when it's a sunny day. And that was a ride I did. It's taken about 3/4 of an hour to get to La Rochelle. I didn't go right into La Rochelle because it's not a place I really want to visit. It's a French seaside place. I don't really like them. But I wanted to show you through here. I have to duck. This beautiful garden. And look here. Look. Look at this, the sweet cherries. Oh my God. They're beautiful. A massive fig tree behind me. Fig tree. Oh, it's just superb. I think I have to have another cherry. There's not many on the tree, but I'll find another one. Wow, they are gorgeous. Wow, fabulous. I'll turn the camera around now so you can see the other way. Well, I was going to show you the other way, but the storm clouds are gathering and they are coming, I think, maybe to spoil my afternoon, which would be a real shame, because this place is fantastic. And I have a bed and breakfast arrangement here. But look at those storm clouds. It's returning. The storms. Just had a lovely dip in the pool, but unfortunately, storm clouds are gathering once again. Yeah. So my headline. This could be my last bike trip. I think it will be. Why? Because I've probably in the last 4 years done more miles on my motorcycle than most people I know. I've done adventurous trips. Highlights have been incredible. Monaco, the Alps, the Pyrenees, the Picos. Well, the roads are getting more busy over here. They are getting busier. There's no doubt about that. I'm, travelling at the moment, and I've obviously had to use a few of the E roads and a few of the N roads. A few of the auto routes, and it's been quite busy. And I understand that. And of course, it is the weekend. But I just feel that the whole planet is kind of like getting overloaded. It's getting hard to find those places where you can actually stay or visit without too many people. So I think after doing 4 years trips on motorcycles, Brittany was fantastic. The ride here, as you all know, was awful, but then that's part of the course. But where I'm staying now is just incredible. I highly recommend it to everybody. Just do this. But do I want to do another trip next year? I don't think I do at this stage. It's a bit like Glastonbury. You go there, you love it. You walk away, you hate it. And then you book it again. It's a weird thing. Travelling on my own, do I still enjoy that? Yeah, I do. That's a fantastic thing to do. I just love it. Lots of people now going on about mental health and stuff like that. Well, yeah, mental health is something that's brought on by your inability sometimes to cope with the situation you're faced with. And that's not always your fault. I appreciate that. That's not always your fault. It could be financial. But then we live in a world where everybody wants everything. And if you haven't got it, you're kind of like, I don't have it. But I think it's great to go on your own, do stuff on your own, travel on your own, see things, do things, be on your own. I like that. But I also like traveling with my family, like my wife. I really enjoy that as well. So, when I get back from this trip, I've got a trip almost immediately to other parts, to visit a bit more of England. New van, new setup. So there's loads of things going on, which I've got to get my head around. So, yeah. But anyway, we've got a lot more this trip to undertake, and I'm hoping those grey clouds behind me will disappear, and I can follow the blue, which is up behind me there. Which I'm going to do. Obviously, I'm heading down to Spain, so... yeah. By the way, the swimming pool, which I've just been in, is about 18 degrees, I think, today. It felt a bit chilly, but it was very, very nice. I really enjoyed it. Just a dip. And my boots are still drying, but I've been and got the new boots, as you saw. I'm going to put this video together. It's going to be a bit mixed, a bit of a mixed video, because it's not going to be kind of like... There's going to be some of yesterday's turmoil. Yesterday was probably the worst day I've ever ridden a bike. Yeah, it was. I felt really down yesterday because it was just horrendous. Don't get me wrong. I love the travelling. I really do. I've just said that. But in a thunderstorm, on a motorcycle, probably ill-equipped, because this time I ditched a lot of my gear and came for hot. And unfortunately, I've not found hot yet. So this morning, I got the boots, got some gaiters, got everything to make me waterproof. So now I'm ready for wet weather. If it comes, it comes. I'll just deal with it. I'm not going to get all teasy about it. It doesn't matter. I'm going to go to some amazing places. And if it rains, well, so be it. It rains. I mean, you can't do a trip in the UK without rain. It rains all the time. And apparently it's been doing that over here as well. I mean, even the local people here are saying that, there's nobody coming to our B&Bs, our accommodation, because it's raining all the time. And we've had a glorious morning. It's been really lovely here. I've had 2 big rides this morning, and it's been fantastic. I haven't done any videoing on the bike yet because it's not really the sort of countryside that I kind of wanted to let all you guys see, but that's coming. That is coming. Yeah. So that's me today. Yeah, I'm done. I'm actually eating here tonight. I've got myself some pasta, which I'm going to just boil up. And even though this is a B&B, I can do that. So I'm boil up some pasta and do that. I've been eating fresh cherries off the trees. It's just great, absolutely great. And if the sun does return, I will go back in the pool again, but it's not looking like it. It's not likely. Good morning, YouTube people. Here I am on the road to the Dordogne, having left my previous location this morning at 9 o'clock. I'm now on the autoroute, heading, well, I'm not far from Bordeaux really. The weather's holding for the minute. It's not looking too great behind me. I'm wondering if rain is coming. I've got the new gear on. I can see it here. I don't know if you can see. I've got the new boots and the gaiters to prepare me for any rain that might come, which I'm sure will be arriving at some point. So that's me on the route down, as I say, to the Dordogne. Can't wait to get there, really. I love it, that area. So we'll see you down there. Well, you couldn't bloody make this up, could you? Because here I am, just about to arrive, and another thunderstorm. I give up. Get me on a bloody boat home. I've had enough already. 5 days, 1,000 miles of rain. It's bloody awful. I don't know. I don't know what to say anymore. It's just horrendous everywhere. Well, good evening, YouTubey people. Where am I? I'm in the Dordogne. It's kind of south of the Dordogne. I'm at a place near Sonnac, which is kind of south of Figeac. And I'm in a very tranquil place, as advertised on Airbnb. I've got a very small little studio apartment kind of thing, which is fine. I mean, I came through nightmare weather, as you will have seen. I don't have Wi-Fi here, so this will be coming out a couple of days later. Yeah, it's a basic little studio apartment. It's not a basic price. It's 50 something odd quid a night. And I'm now kind of wondering what to do should this weather continue, because of the 1,000 miles so far, and it's not been great. It's well, basically it's rained every day, which is okay. I get that. It's just not a, it's just that's how it is. But on a bike, already I'm 100 and some odd quid down because I had to buy new boots because my boots just leaked water. Comments on my bike versus the Indian. I never had wet feet on the Indian. But then I had a huge, great fairing, and the bike was, nearly 3 times as much. Okay, I accept that. I didn't quite accept how wet I was going to get. But then I wasn't expecting to ride through thunderstorms with the magnitude of which I have ridden through in the last, I'm going to say 24 hours, but it's not, because it's like 5 days. As a thunderstorm appears on the horizon, I'm just like, that's where I'm going. Straight into it. And so I've arrived in this little location, place called Sonnac, advertised on Airbnb as being tranquil, countrified, and all the rest of it. It's not quite as tranquil as it looks, but it's okay for 2 nights. I'll be fine here. How's the trip going so far? Not great, You've seen the conditions that I've been up against. I mean, I think all of us that ride bikes kind of love the wind in our faces, the freedom, the time to think on a bike with no interruptions, no music, no phones, no, none of that. But when you're constantly getting beaten by the weather, then it's not so great. And I'm starting to feel that this is not as great as it was in my mind planned to be. I just didn't think it was going to be quite so severe as this. Yeah. I mean, I have had, how many hosts am I in now? Two hosts, 3 hosts, 3 hosts. No, 2 hosts so far. And they have been absolutely outstanding. I mean, yeah, I can't fault the hosts that I've had. They've been absolutely wonderful. And the last one I had was not far from La Rochelle. She was absolutely brilliant, beautiful property. It's advertised as a bed and breakfast, which I don't normally go for because I like to cook my own evening meals to cut down on costs. But she was so accommodating. She allowed me to cook my food there. She, oh, that's wrong. I can't do it with that hand. She was just a bit of a mother to me in a way, kind of thing. I mean, she was actually younger than me, bizarrely. You know, I'm 71, she was 68. But she was absolutely lovely, and her property was just, well, apparently people have marked her down for like 4 stars, 3.5. What? 5+, I have to say. I mean, the room, okay, was okay. The bed was super comfortable, and but the property and its location, fabulous. A swimming pool to boot, and not expensive. So yeah, fantastic. But in hindsight, would I travel Plymouth Roscoff if I was doing this trip again? Well, first off, I probably won't do this trip again because as I've said before, I'm now on year 3. And let's not forget that although everybody goes, oh yeah, but there's loads of France to explore. I've well explored France in camper vans before. We lived over here for 2 years. So I kind of know every nook and cranny. It's not as if I'm entering a new country. I do know it very, very well. And I do know Spain very well. And I do know Portugal very, very well. So this is not new territory for me. Whereas for a lot of people, it might be like, whoa, this is incredible. It is incredible. But if you've been before, then it's kind of familiar. I'll just say it's familiar. Right, well, I just wanted to show you my little apartment, gîte, call it what you will, here in a place called Sonac, which is, yeah, I mean, advertised as being tranquil, all the rest of it. And it's a little apartment, it's okay. It's got its bathroom, it's got its shower, which is all very agreeable. Nice bed. The bed is quite comfortable, actually. And then quite agreeable. So it's billed as being very countrified, very rural, very kind of out of the way. But I'm not quite so sure about that because there's a lot of people seem to be here. I don't know whether they're living here or